Hello everybody, welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do the show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins and everything else. And as you saw guys, yesterday I finally FOMO'd in. I'm sorry I had to do it, but you know what happens when I do that. Usually it's the top indicator, or if I sell, it's the bottom indicator and stuff like that, right? So that's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. You know, if you wonder why we dumped, it's not the news, it's not the CPI numbers. Your very own, the late adopter, FOMO'd in, and that's it guys, that's it. The game over, the move towards downside right now is happening. So we're gonna do this quite quickly and dirty, because I didn't sleep last night, so there is that. I didn't sleep all night, so I'm deadly tired right now. I have to drive kids to, you know, kindergarten and stuff like that, but after that I'm gonna get a couple of hours of sleep. Won't be that active on Telegram or streaming or anything like that during the day. And then tomorrow, when I wake, well rested, we're gonna be trading again, guys. We're gonna be trading. How's everybody doing in chat? Central player, we gotta know. Mladen is in the chat. Into the sky, yes, the most sport cash, long or short. Ouch, I don't know. Bjorna, morning, how you doing all? Christo, morning all. Oops, my idea failed miserably. What was your idea? I forgot. Good morning, Didi, how you doing, man? So, as you saw, we came to some kind of resistance at the top. Good morning, Cold Crypto. And, you know, how you draw this, you know, might actually differ, but this was actually quite nice line, so we're gonna use that. You can see up here, we came to the very top up here on this line. If you look at a weekly time frame, we still don't have a weekly close, but we tried to break this very important resistance level up here towards the top. This resistance line over here and the 15,200 moving average, we still haven't broken that, so still, you know, behind that. I had some kind of idea how this might play out. After this first green candle up here, I managed not to FOMO in. But when I was looking at this on the small time frames up here, and I was seeing this curvature towards the downside, some kind of, you know, bull flag up here, I was thinking this might go, because this move up here didn't come all the way to 25k, came to, you know, 24,950 something, you know, so I was thinking this might have another move towards upside towards 25k. So I have absolutely no idea why I FOMO'd in, but I saw this green candle up here towards the, you know, 50k, towards the 25k, and then I saw this triangle up here, and I was like, you know what, this is a continuation pattern. It's gonna continue towards the upside. And I FOMO'd up here at the top, guys. I FOMO'd in at the top, so you know, that's what happens, If you zoom in a little bit more here on the 5-minute time frame, there was some kind of triangle up here. There was some kind of triangle in play up here. I think we are looking at this. I mean, we've been looking at all kinds of triangles down here, and you can see that this even broke this towards the upside. This consolidation pattern up here, and I think this consolidation pattern might actually go a little bit lower than that over here, something like this. Something like this over here. We actually managed to break towards the upside, but once we broke, there was no continuation up here towards the upside. This slowly went back down to the support line, broke the support line, went back inside this. There was a channel over here, went back inside the channel, consolidated, and once we are outside on the channel on the other side, this just dropped all the way towards the bottom. This was also something like 6% move towards the downside entire night, and right now we are doing this curvature move up here that doesn't look very bullish. In fact, it does. You could say that this looks like some kind of cup and handle pattern up here that's being created on the charts. I won't scare you too much, but it's kind of it's kind of a little bit tricky up here. You can see up here it looks like it's some kind of cup and handle pattern up here being formed. So if you break this towards the upside, technically downside, we might be looking at something like 23.2 or something like that. So something like this over here. Very, very probable. And when you see this move up here that's happening after we hit the bottom, there is no bottoming pattern or anything like that. We just went down, hit something, and right now we are bouncing a little bit towards the upside, curving towards the downside. Got rejected up here, a little bit up here again. Once we go below 23.5 up here towards the downside, I think this might actually continue even lower towards the downside. Target legs, looking for a spring up. I did the same and lost 20%. Yeah, but you FOMO'd on leverage. I FOMO'd on spots, so there is difference. There is difference. So there is that. That's what happened in the small time frames. Now, if you go to look at a little bit bigger time frames, and I'm trying to draw this channel, on all time frames, looking at it up down, trying to find something, that looks good and not. But over here, we might even have a channel up here, right? But even this channel up here, broke towards the downside. There might of course be some kind of expanding musical instrument up here, and this is still in play, guys. This expanding musical instrument is still in play. Now the worst case scenario that I talked about yesterday and the day before that, because a lot of people are talking about this Wyckoff pattern, and I'm not actually looking at Wyckoff pattern, I'm just looking at this pattern over here. Oftentimes when you come to some kind of top up here, I explained this before, you have some kind of top up here towards upside, some kind of box over here. Oftentimes you'll see the price go outside of that box. There will be some kind of resistance line and support line. Oftentimes you'll see a price come outside of the box, consolidate, and then try to break the resistance again towards the upside. And it's very, very, very important to break this resistance towards the upside, because you already did the move towards the downside, right? So if you fail that and you go back down below the support line over here, you will go back down to the previous low levels, and if you can not even hold that, then it's straight down to whatever the target next after that is. Tila, I'm waiting for my apology. Gort, what kind of apology for what do you want? So as you can see down here, we went down below the support levels over here towards support levels. We held the support levels and we bounced back inside this expanding musical instrument, whatever, right? There has been a lot of resistance line that we actually broke towards the upside. I mean, there has been a whole bunch of resistance line that we broke towards the upside, but this last thing up here at the top that got us rejected. Now we can say this technically this is rejected, and we might even try another move towards the upside up here, but we already did a couple of tries up here at the top. We failed that, we went down, and right now we failed miserably, and right now we're pulling back towards the downside. Right now we are pulling back towards the downside. So I won't say that there is technically still a good probability this is just gonna continue consolidating in the box up here somewhere, consolidating the box up here, and then maybe break towards the upside. But I'm also looking very, very deeply on the 20 moving average, 10 moving average down here. If we start breaking these levels towards the downside, I'm looking at the bottom down here at 21.6, and if even that's broken towards the downside, then I don't know how far down we're gonna go. I don't know how far down we go, but that might be the time that all these perma bears get right and get their time, 15 minutes of fame. 15 minutes of fame. Now yesterday up here we are creating on the 4-hourly divergence up here on the chart. So you'll see up here there was divergence on chart, stuff like that. Right now we are back down to 55 levels on the 4-hour time frame. So there is no reason why we cannot pump from over here. Over here at the top, we are some kind of overextended levels, you know, 86 on the RSI. On my indicator up here, we are, you know, all the way up there. We are also, you know, getting extended with the MACD. Right now we are pulling a little bit towards downside, but this can definitely just bounce up here and continue towards upside. Even break this towards upside up here again, you know, because this move towards downside was kind of needed over here, right? So the indicators on the 4-hour, they are not that bearish. We are above the 0 line. Even though you are getting the cross up here, we are still above the 0 line. This is sitting nicely on the 50 levels up here already, and you can see how long it, you know, took us, you know, to break this towards the upside. Over here, once we started going towards downside, over here we broke right on this bottom down here. We broke the RSI, you know, trend line, if that's a thing, right? We went up. Right now we're just pulling back almost to the trend line up here again, right? Some kind of 50 levels. So there is a, you know, definitely chance for, you know, price to continue going higher up here towards the upside, right? Because every time you come down to some kind of 50 levels on 4-hourly, you can go, and there is no longer any kind of overextended levels or anything like that. So 4-hourly does look nice. A 1-hourly time frame also no overextended levels. We are sitting down some kind of, you know, 30 levels down here. We are indeed, you know, increasing a little bit bearishness down here on the 1-hourly time frame. 1-hourly time frame, and, you know, maybe even going below the 0 line, but this can actually, you know, give us some kind of fake out and curve towards upside. So even the 1-hourly time frame doesn't look that bad. The daily time frame, we went down on these bottoms down here. We went something down like 50 levels. Right now we are sitting at 66 levels, so we are not overextended. So you cannot say that we are overextended by any kind of, you know, means or anything like that. So you know, RSI looks fine. The my own indicator up here is not showing any kind of, you know, super overextended levels. Yes, we are a little bit towards the upside up here, but this can definitely, you know, continue, you know, pumping from over here. And this loss, you know, momentum while going towards the upside up here right now, looking like it's gonna give us the, you know, the cross up here. So, you know, it can still technically go towards the upside. And I cannot find that much bearishness on the chart, on the indicators right now. I mean, we are not overextended levels. We are in some kind of, you know, ranging levels. Even the weekly RSI is still sitting at 59, you know, 59 levels. We are still below the 0 line on the weekly time frame, but, you know, that doesn't have to mean that much. We are not overextended or anything like that. Yes, we are below, you know, we are below 50 and the 200 moving average, and we are below this resistance over here, but we still got, you know, 2 days and 16 hours left to, you know, get above that. So not quite there yet. So what's gonna happen next? Hard to say, guys, hard to say. I'm looking to see how this, you know, this drop down here is gonna play out. I'm looking to see how this drop is gonna play out, and I don't think, you know, it's enough to just watch it on a 1-hourly time frame, something like that. I think, you know, 4-hourly time frame. You'll see also down here on the 4-hourly time frame, we broke the 20 moving average towards the downside. Big move down here. Right now consolidating over here, doing whatever, right? This 10 moving average, we gotta get it back above the, you know, above the 10 moving average up here to continue, you know, again trying, you know, going above the 50 moving average. So we won't do, you know, any kind of future predictive analysis or anything like that right now. I'm not really in the mood for that. But we are in the middle of this range over here. We are in the middle of the range right now. So which side is going to break to, how this is going to consolidate, this is the most important thing right now. As you just saw on the 1-hourly, it does look a little bit, you know, you know, choppy down here. And if you remember what I've been talking about when it comes to the shoe pattern, oftentimes the shoe pattern does this move up here, you know, the bullish curvature towards the upside. Unfortunately, this did this, you know, this bearish curvature towards the downside. Right now it's pumping up a little bit, but, you know, could you say this is also bullish curvature? I don't know quite. I don't know. I don't see it. It looks like it's a bearish curvature up here towards the upside. You can also see here that this on 30 minutes time frame, we had, you know, a slight move towards the 10-20 moving average, and then a bearish engulfing candle below the support again. So I think there is, you know, still a lot of bearishness on the charts. There was a lot of people who FOMO'd in up here at the top, not just me. Not just me. A lot of people FOMO'd in at the top. So I am gonna continue, you know, watching the charts and what's happening. If I see anything, you know, bullish or bearish, I'll tell you guys in Telegram and stuff like that, maybe on Twitter. But right now, you know, this is initial move towards downside. We are, you know, not quite ready to break the 25 level up here. You know, every time we go up to the 25 level, you know, just way too much, you know, FOMO kicks in. We get extended and stuff like that, and then, you know, pull back. But if you can get a long enough consolidation here without actually breaking down below the support lines, I think this is, you know, very nice chance to break towards upside up here and, you know, continue outside of the channel. But this consolidation pattern up here that's happening right now, or is trying to happen, this is very important. How much up, how much down, what kind of pattern we're gonna get here, that's gonna be very, very important. And how long this is gonna stay. The longer this you know, consolidation pattern does stay in this range over here, the longer it stays in the range up here without breaking towards the downside or the upside, the better it is, you know, probability to break towards the upside. Technically we are in a bullish trend, technically, you know, everything should be fine. Unfortunately, this pattern over here, like I just explained, oftentimes tend to do exactly what it did right now. Go up to some kind of, you know, resistance level, zigzag distribution phase, go back down because it's failing to break towards the upside, go down, gather new forces, pump back up, try to get above the resistance, and if it fails one time, two times, I don't know how many times it's gonna try to, you know, get above 25 levels, but if it fails to get above the 25 levels up here, this line up here, and it in fact goes back below the support level, once it's below support level, it's kind of game over, guys. It's kind of game over. Like, we can still definitely, you know, look for, you know, consolidation up here below the line and then back inside and whatnot. But if it breaks towards downside, this is a very, very weak move, and we need to look at the box up here again into that area. And after that, if it breaks even that and these lows at 20k, who knows how low we're gonna go? So that's what I'm looking at right now. You know, this consolidation pattern has been happening right now for, you know, a couple hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, and how this is gonna play out. DXY moving up, everything is slowing down. Seriously, I'm very emotional. Morning Vex, how you doing? If they aren't careful, they will scare away the US stake checks before they commit. 90k in March. Ralph, what's up? Yeah, we also got moon on the, I think it's it's coming on 21st. Look at the daily time frame up here. I think it's coming up here 23rd, 24th, something like that. We're getting one of these, you know, new moons again. Whether we're gonna dump on the new moon again or not, kind of depends. It might be something like this, you know, some kind of, you know, double top pattern up here and then move towards the downside as well. Doesn't matter. We are looking for how the consolidation is gonna, you know, play out. We know the levels that it needs to break to become bearish, and we know the level it needs to break to become bullish. Anything in between up here is just, you know, playground, you know, for traders. Up, down, and so forth, and so forth. Was there anything else I want to mention up here? Nah, not really. So that is that. Yeah, DXY is, you know, I don't want to look at DXY anymore, guys. This wrecked me big time, and if you don't know what happened on CME gap, I got this deja vu feeling of the, you know, DXY right now, because, you know, Bitcoin went up, DXY went down, and I was like, what's happening, guys? What's happening? Right now, it's no longer correlated, but, you know, at that date, when it pumped, you know, 10%, you know, they went into the same direction. Right now, you'll also see that the stock market is pulling down a little bit up here. You know, even this, you know, this triangle up here looks like it's breaking towards downside. Dow Jones, Nasdaq up here also did this move outside of the channel up here. Try to get back in, got rejected right now, sitting back down here in support. So if this starts breaking a little bit more towards downside, I do see more dumps to come. That's again, don't want to, you know, doom the price of Bitcoin just yet. We need to see some kind of bigger time frames up here, maybe even fall, some kind of pattern up here. We need to see some kind of rejections or some kind of support holding or anything like that to see, you know, where the first move is. And once we know where the first move is, you know, how it's reacting to 10 moving average or some kind of resistance is up here at the top, or the supports, then we can, you know, look for this secondary move up here towards upside or downside, right? So there is that. Is never correlated, as Wall Street analysis proved. Who is the Wall Street analysis that proved that it's not correlated? TLA currency markets are first to respond to news. Yeah, we are not reading news anymore, guys. We are done with the news. We are done with the DXY. We are done with the CPI numbers. We are done with everything. We really don't care. We really don't care. We're just gonna look at the charts, read the charts, not read the news. And there is that. Okay, guys, that was a quick and easy Bitcoin daily. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm gonna go take it, you know, to kindergarten. After that, I'm gonna go and sleep a couple hours, get some rest, and then, you know, sleep more tonight. Again, sorry I FOMO'd in. It usually happens this way. At the exact top, I always FOMO in. Bye bye, guys. Take care.